Define red-headed stepchild.
Here's the definition of red-headed stepchild. Informal. A person or thing that is neglected, unwanted, or mistreated.
Welcome back to the Bullion Breakdown, everyone. Thanks for joining another video today. We are going to show some love to the often overlooked half-ounce size of gold here. And that's what we've got on the screen. I've got my collection of half-ounce fractional gold. It contains 4 pieces, as you could see. And most of them are Canadian gold because the half-ounce is actually, believe it or not, pretty common but hard to find, at least in my area. And then I've got the Kangaroo down there is actually an Australian golden nugget. And that was the last time that the Kangaroo was actually branded the nugget. And after that, it was obviously Kangaroo from then on. So pretty cool. I've got 4 pieces and I just wanted to spend some time on this video showing some love to this half ounce because I was ranting in another video about how there's so little content around the half ounce. There is people that have showcased it, and thank you very much for those creators that have done that. But I just find it interesting that the half ounce is often overlooked. When you see, these videos of best pieces of gold or best size of gold to get, you often see the quarter ounce and the 1 ounce obviously mentioned. And so I just wanted to maybe talk a little bit about my journey because it's maybe a little bit backwards. I actually started as a buyer of 1 ounce pieces, and I used to throw my nose up towards any fractional piece back in the day, and that's when gold was a little more affordable than it is today. It was about $1,000 per ounce cheaper when I started buying gold. So, it was a little more manageable to go after the bigger pieces, and that's where I started, and I got used to that. So anytime since then, it's been a bit of a challenge. But over the last few years, obviously gold has gotten more expensive, and here we go. I'm looking at different options. But yeah, like I was saying, this is an example of a 1 ounce, right? Start with that size, and then I have, on my journey, started to work myself back into fractional. So the half ounce is where I started. I didn't really want to go to the quarter ounce at the time. And these are just wonderful pieces. This obviously a maple, gold maple. I'm not sure the year here, but very nice. The design doesn't change on a yearly basis or anything. It's the same, just the same as their silver. And these had the queen, so yeah, they're a bit backdated. But really nice piece here, the gold from Canada. I noticed a shortfall on content around the half ounce when I started my journey this year, which was to turn everything into a bit of a fractional play and get used to looking at gold options at the fractional level. I was looking and poking around YouTube, looking for any information I could find, and it was few and far between. There was some content, so I'm not saying there wasn't. But yeah, I thought, geez, there's not a lot for this size and not a lot of options that I can actually see out there. So that just stuck with me as I went through this year's journey of picking up all of these half ounce pieces. And I think I should talk a little bit about that because when I'm buying gold, I'm a really almost snobby, I would say. I really get very comfortable looking for the best deal. I'll be patient. I'll wait. But yeah, I like the hunt for gold. But you have to be careful when you're hunting for gold because there's so many options out there, and the price varies wildly depending on the dealer and the location. So I find even in my own area, just last 2 weeks ago, I had a $40 swing between what I was able to pick up and what I could find priced online at the same dealers. So you really sometimes have to actually get in the car and do your drive or get there somehow and see what they've got in person. Here in my market, the maple is obviously the coin of choice for most stackers, or it's the most readily available. It's obviously the home country coin. But this is actually two different versions of the half ounce. As you know, the old maple on the left here does not have any of the radial lines or any of the security features. And the one here on the right, which is a little hard to see in the camera, does have the radial lines and the new sort of security for that coin. So I really like the differences, and I quite enjoy the old maple. It's just a very simple bullion coin. And this one I think was from 93. Yeah, so this is gold from the 90s. So you got the young queen, a little bit of a long neck there. She's got the crown and all that jazz. And you can see by the new setup with the new crown and the, what's this, a 2022, or there's no crown, right? So I think from about 2002, I think it was when Canada removed the crown off the queen and went crownless. So we are continuing, I believe, that trend moving forward with Charles as well. But you can see that this coin has gone through many different stages and different designs. And, you know, I like this one here. I like the old one. You can actually acquire them here in Canada for cheaper than you can the newer ones. I guess they're not called type 1s and 2s, but if you were to call this a type 1, it usually comes for $10, $20 cheaper than the current year model, if you will, of this gold. And then there is Perth Mint gold. You can never beat it. This is 1990. Oh, sorry, I think earlier in the video I said it was in 1999, but this is actually 1990. But excellent gold Australian nugget. I love these coins. There's no premium extra, at least I didn't encounter an additional premium for this. So this is by no means a collector, I don't believe, other than they've rebranded the nugget into what modern day Kangaroo is, right? So every year you see a gold Kangaroo, its origins come from, or the lineage comes from the Australian nugget line. So you can see back in the 90s as well, they did carry a crown on the queen. I'm not sure actually the current ones if they have the crown on the queen and what they're going to do with Charles, but I'll have to check that. But yeah, excellent coin here. I love the detail of the old school gold from the 90s. So what say you? Are you a fan of the big boy 1 ounce? Or are you going to move around that half ounce and look to acquire a 1/4 ounce? Or are you like me and you want to be contrarian and go where the crowd isn't, which is into the half ounce size? This is not the red-headed stepchild of the family, regardless of what people say. This is a beautiful piece of bullion, and I think it should be treated and promoted and shown in all of its glory, just like the 1/4 ounce, the 1/10 ounce, which I didn't even talk about today, and of course the main event, if you will, the 1 ounce gold piece. But here, like I said, I'm picking half ounce as the way to go, especially with the price of gold now, and I'm going to do my best to keep my eye and look out for good stuff like this. Guys, this has been Bullion Breakdown. If you've enjoyed the channel, please consider hitting like, subscribe. I would love to see more of you here, and look forward to the next one. Until then, stay awesome.